We're going to just do a general practice. Please listen to your body, modify as much as you need. If you've got any injuries as well, please be mindful. I'm going to keep an eye on the screen in case anyone joins us a bit late. But what I want us to do is to start off by coming onto our backs. And we're going to bring the soles of the feet together and the knees out wide. And I want you just to place the hands wherever they're comfortable. So just think of nice big movements today. A nice big stretching. So just close down the eyes, soften the face. And we'll just come into the breath for a few moments. As you breathe in, just get that sensation of the breath going all the way in, increasing the ribs, spreading them away from the body. And as you exhale, we're drawing it back towards the mat. Just think nice big movements. Just notice how you're feeling right here, right now. Just notice your feet on the mat, just working towards your knees and your hips. Just see how that feels, that external rotation of the hips. Does it feel nice? Does it feel painful? You can come out of it anytime. Just moving towards the pelvis and the sacrum, resting on the mat. And just notice the chest rise as we fill up the lungs. Drawing down as we breathe out. And on the next inhale, I want you to take a nice big stretch with the arms over the head. Feel the shoulders rising up. Breathe in, breathe out. And exhale to release. And slowly on the next inhale, let's draw the knees in towards each other. Take your time, just make sure there's no pain in the hips. I'm going to bring each knee into the chest one by one and give it a nice little squeeze. Take a little rock from side to side. We're going to come to stillness. And I want you to inhale as you take the forehead towards the knees, knees towards the forehead. So start engaging the core here. And exhale to release. And let's repeat that 3 times in your own breath. And release. And slowly bring the feet to the mat. I'm going to bring the arms to the side. And I want you to inhale as you lift the hips up, coming into your bridge pose. Now let's make this a nice active bridge pose. So engage the quads and the inner thigh muscles to keep the knees a little bit towards each other. And engage the glutes as well. And let's exhale to lower, inhale to lift. And take a few of these. And just notice how the core is engaging as we lift. Notice the glutes activating, thighs. Let's keep going for 3, for 2, for 1. and release. And slowly bringing the hips back to the mat. And just take a couple of nice deep breaths in. I want you to inhale as you take both legs up towards the sky. So press the feet into the ceiling. I want you to flex the toes towards the face. Point and flex. And you can mirror it with the wrists and the hands. And just rotate in both directions. Really feel that opening up in that space. And slowly start bringing the legs out wide. And take a little rock from side to side. I want you to use that breath. See if you can find any more space. We're not forcing it. And we're going to inhale as we slowly bring the legs back up. I want you to take the arms by the side. And we're going to work into the abs for a few moments. So I want you to slowly lower that right leg towards the mat. Hold it here. Breathe in just while it's hovering. Engage the core and lift. And let's take the left down as well. If you want to go a little deeper, you can do both legs at the same time. So that's your choice. Try to keep your back neutral. And let's do 10 of these in total. Really be sure to engage the abs as you're doing this exercise. So when you've done your 10, just slowly come out of it. Let's draw the knees into the chest. Nice little squeeze. And release. And take the feet back to the mat. Arms by the side. Inhale as we lift up, coming into our bridge pose. And this time, if you want to go further, take that left foot and place it over the right thigh. And just hold it here. Keep that lift in the hips. Engage, engage for 3, for 2, for 1. And release. Slowly lower the hips to the mat. Keep that left foot on that right thigh. And just opening up that left hip. And you can go further. You can thread the arms through to come over the right shin or the right thigh. Just draw it in towards the body. Breathe in, breathe out. Take a nice deep inhale all the way in. And exhale to release. But keep hold of that left foot. See if you can cradle it with the arms. And just open up that left hip a little bit more if it's available. And if you can, just open that left leg out towards the left. So use that left foot. And we're just opening it out like so. Just exploring a different movement. Breathe in, breathe out. And slowly come back to center. Give that left leg a nice little squeeze and slowly release. Just take a moment to notice how it's feeling. And this time I'm going to take the legs up in the air again. And I want you to open them out wide and slowly bring them down towards the mat. Find your hover point, tap the obliques, and you can stay here or you can take your circles. First in one direction. And then in the opposite direction. We're going to keep going for 3, for 2, for 1, and release. And slowly draw the knees in. Give yourself a nice little squeeze. I'm going to bring the feet to the mat, and we're going to bring the arms to the side as we inhale to lift those hips up, coming into bridge pose. And you can take that right foot and place it over the left thigh. Hold it here. And then let's slowly release. Bring the hips down. And I'm going to just let that right hip open. Just see where it is. And you've got the option of looping through. Coming into reclined pigeon on the other side. Just work with the breath. Take one more inhale. And exhale to release. And just take hold of that right foot this time and just cradle it in the hands and the arms, however you see fit and safe. I want you to slowly take hold of the right foot in the right hand and just gently open that right leg out to the right. And slowly bring it in. Squeeze that leg in and gently release. And just take a few moments to see how the body's feeling. What I want you to do slowly is to straighten the legs and have a nice big stretch. So point the toes, stretch the fingers up. And when you're ready, let's roll over onto our bellies. And I want you to bring the hands so they're underneath the shoulders. Press the tops of the feet into the mat as you inhale and lift up. So you can come into your baby cobra or you can come into a full up dog. It's your choice. We're just stretching into the abs. We're also working into the triceps as well. Breathe in, breathe out. And exhale to release. And just bring the arms down by the side and just bring one cheek to the mat. We're just going to spend a few moments working into the back muscles. So I want you to take a nice deep inhale all the way in and exhaling all the way out. As you inhale, let's lift the chest off. You can take the feet off as well if you want and breathe into the back. Let's stay here for 3, 2, 1, and release. Bring the other cheek down to the mat. I'm going to do that one more time. Let's take a nice deep inhale. Exhale. And let's inhale to lift. One more inhale. Exhale to release. And the next thing I want you to do is to bring the hands under the shoulders and slowly peel yourself off the mat and bring yourself to your cross-legged position. And from here, we're going to work into our cat-cows. But we're going to do them seated. So as you inhale, I want you to open the arms out wide, draw the chest forward, bring the shoulders in towards each other. As you exhale, reverse that motion, draw the belly towards the spine, round the shoulder blades, hands come to the front. Inhale to open the heart. Exhale to reverse. So really take your time with this. Really feel that fluidity in the spine. Maybe notice how it's different seated compared to when we do it on all fours. Just take a couple more. And when you're ready, slowly release. And let's take a few shoulder rolls in both directions. Nice. And I want you to take hold of your hands, entwine the fingers at the base of the spine. And I want you to inhale as you shoot the fist towards the mat. Lift the head up, open the chest as we draw the shoulder blades towards each other. This is a really nice heart opener. It's also good for working into the neck muscles. And exhale to release. Nice. I'm going to take that right hand, place it on the right side of the mat. And let's inhale as we lift and lengthen through the left. We're going to keep that left body nicely rooted towards the mat. Come onto that right forearm if it's available. And just breathe into that left side stretch. And let's inhale as we come all the way up. Float that left hand behind. Open the right leg out. And we're going to inhale as we lift, coming into our baby wild. So open the heart. And exhale as we bring the bum back to the mat. And let's take the body to face over that right leg. So again, check you're nicely grounded. We're going to inhale as we lift and lengthen. And exhale as we hinge forward from the hips. So we're flexing that right hip. Really breathe as you lift and lengthen. You might find that you get some more space with the breath. You might find that you don't, and that's absolutely fine. Take one more inhale. Exhale. And inhale as we come all the way up. What I want you to do this time is just take a nice little twist over towards the left. And I want you to focus on the twisting muscles, twisting, rather than forcing anything with the hands and the upper body. Remember to keep a nice neutral spine. What I want you to do now is take the hands and place them on the mat behind you. Lift your bum up and come into a plank pose on the other side. So take your time. And we're going to hold plank for a few breaths. So just check your alignment, draw the heels away, engage the core to get a nice lift, and just feel the triceps working as well. And then from here, we're going to open out that right arm. So we're going to take that right arm ahead of us. If you want to go further, you can lift that left leg off the mat. And then we're going to slowly release and bring that right hand back to the mat. And let's take the other side. So left hand comes up. And you've got the option of lifting that right foot off the mat. And slowly release. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to take that right arm out to the right. We're going to take it behind us. Bring it back to the right. Back to the front. And release. And we're going to drop the knees. And we're going to just come into child's pose just for a short while. And on the next inhale, let's come back into our plank pose. And we're going to just do the other side. So I want you to inhale as you take that left arm out to the left. Breathe in, keep that right shoulder nice and strong. And let's take that left arm behind us, fingers towards the feet. Let's come back to the side. Let's come to the front. And exhale to release. We're going to drop the knees for a moment. And what we're going to do now is we're going to come into our forearm plank. So I want you to bring the forearms onto the mat. Take hold of opposite elbows to check that you're roughly shoulder distance apart. You can clasp the hands or you can keep them flat. It's your choice. And we're going to come into forearm plank. I'm going to hold this for a few breaths. I want you to keep the shoulders nice and stable. If you want to go deeper, you can bring the left leg out and in, right leg out and in. It's your choice. Remember to keep that core nice and engaged. So we're going to stay here for 3 more breaths. And when you finish, slowly drop the knees and come back into child's pose again. Take a couple more breaths in child's pose. And I want you to inhale, bring the hips up. Make sure the hands are nice and stable on the mat as we tuck the toes under, lift the hips up, coming into downward facing dog. So just take a few moments here, pedal the feet, bend the knees. Draw the shoulders away from each other, so a nice space there. Feel like you're drawing the mat away with the hands. And we're going to take 3 lion's breaths here. And I want you to inhale as you lift the heels. Exhale to lower. Take 3 more in your own breath. And we're going to inhale as we lift that left arm off the mat. So keep those fingers nice and active. Exhale as you bring the left hand to the outside of the right leg. So whatever you can reach. And let's have a nice little twist as we gaze under the right armpit. Now I want you to try and keep your body nice and stable here. Strong spine, strong pelvis. Breathe in, breathe out. Take one more inhale. And exhale to release. Bring that left hand back. And we're going to take the right arm up this time. And we're going to take it to the outside of that left leg. And take the gaze under that left armpit. Take one more inhale. And exhale to release. And come back to your downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. I'm going to take one more inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to gaze between the hands. And I want you to slowly walk the hands towards the feet. And come into your ragdoll at the back of the mat. You can shake it out, swing it out. Whatever you need. Just let the back relax. And just come to stillness and take hold of whatever's available. So it might be the toes, the mat, the knees, whatever. And as you inhale, just lift the chest, straighten the arms. Exhale to release. Just do a few in your own breath. Okay, one more inhale. And as you exhale, slowly start walking the hands back to the top of the mat, coming back into your downward facing dog. And what I want you to do this time is inhale as you lift that right leg in the air. And as you exhale, just bring that right foot between the hands and slowly come up to your low lunge. Keep it nice and strong in that front leg. Take a nice inhale. As you exhale, I want you to bring the hands to heart center. And exhale as you twist it over to the right. And take that left elbow on the outside of that right knee. And just be mindful not to force that twist. You can release the arms just to check that you are really using the twisting muscles. Take one more inhale. And exhale as you come all the way back through center. Nice neutral spine here. Release the arms. Lift and lengthen through the upper body. You can take the gaze up if that's available. And exhale to release. Let's frame that front foot. I want you to shoot that right leg in the air, coming back into your three-legged dog. And you can release that leg, or you can come forward into three-legged plank. Slowly work through a three-legged vinyasa. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog. You're going to inhale that left leg in the air this time. Exhale as you bend the knee, bring the left foot between the hands this time. And let's come up for a low lunge on the other side. So just take your time here. I've just got to be a bit careful on this left foot because of that toe. Exhale as you bring the hands to heart center. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to twist it over to the left. So take that right elbow to the outside of the left knee. And you can open the arms just to check that you are really working those twisting muscles. When you're ready, you're going to slowly come back to center. Release the arms. And you can take the gaze up if it's available. Just take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to frame that front foot. And we're going to come back into three-legged dog. You've got the option of releasing that foot, coming back into downward facing dog, or coming forward into three-legged plank and working through a three-legged vinyasa. And we're all going to meet with downward facing dog. So just check your alignment in dog. There can be a danger of just sinking that chest towards the mat. So just make sure your ribs and your back of the body are nice and strong. So let's take an effort to breathe into the back. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, take the gaze between the hands, and I want you to walk the feet towards the hands. So just come into your forward fold. And when you're ready, I want you to inhale as you come all the way up. Take the hands up towards the sky. You can come onto the tiptoes if you want. Might go a little bit easy on that left toe. And release. And just make your way into Tadasana. So you can bring the feet together, or you can keep them a little bit apart. Lift the toes up, spread them out as you bring them back to the mat. Shoulders away from the ears, arms by the side. I'm going to inhale to rise. Exhale, fold forward from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let's step it back into plank pose. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, let's lower it down. So remember, bring those elbows in towards those ribs. The chest will naturally come forwards. And then let's open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. I want you to inhale that right leg in the air. And as you exhale, bend the right knee and bring the right foot behind the right hand. You're going to turn that left foot out 45 degrees as we come up into warrior one. So check your alignment here. Take a hand if you need to, and just make sure the hips are nicely facing forward, if that's what your body lets it do. Remember, we're not forcing anything here. So let's breathe into our warrior one. And I want you to turn the palms towards the face, and let's reverse that warrior as we come into a little back bend. We're going to inhale as we come back into warrior one. I want you to slowly straighten that front leg. Take the hands behind the body. You can take hold of the hands. Open the heart. Draw the shoulders in towards each other. Take the gaze towards the sky. And then let's exhale as we come into humble warrior. So we're bending forward to the inside of that right leg. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, release the hands, bring them to the front of the mat, slowly bending into that right knee. And I want you to drop that left knee to the mat. I'm going to stabilize that left shoulder as we twist over to the right. You can drop the knee if you need to. You can keep it lifted. It's your choice. I'm only dropping it because it's really painful on that left toe. Keep it tucked. Breathe in. And one more inhale. And exhale as you bring that right hand down. Frame that front foot. Let's tuck that left toes under. We're going to lift that left knee off the mat if it's not already. And we're going to shoot that right leg back into our three-legged dog. You've got the option of stacking the hips here, right over left. And you've got the option of coming into our wild thing. And let's slowly come back into three-legged dog. Take that right leg in the air. And if you want, you can work through a three-legged chaturanga flow. It's your choice. And we're all going to meet back in downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to slowly drop the knees and bring yourself into your seated position. Cross-legged. We're going to take that left hand to the left side this time. Inhales, we lift and lengthen through the right. Exhales, we stretch over to the left. We're going to inhale as we lift that right arm up. Float it behind you as we open the left leg this time. Lift the hips up for our baby wild thing. Breathe in, breathe out. And we're going to exhale to release. Bring that bum to the mat. Take the body to face over the left leg this time. Inhales, we lift and lengthen. Exhales, we hinge forward from that left hip. To create that length. Don't just grab the foot. Deep inhale. Exhale. And inhale as we come all the way up. Nice. And we're going to just twist over toward the right side this time. So again, keep a nice neutral spine. We're working the twisting muscles over to the right. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale to release. Let's take the hands behind you. I'm going to roll over, coming into our downward facing dog. We're doing really well. We've got about 5 minutes to go. We're just going to do that flow on the other side that we did a few moments ago. So just take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to take the gaze between the hands, step or walk feet to hands. We're going to inhale for our halfway lift. Exhale to front. Inhale to rise. Gaze to the sky. Exhale to release. Let's take a few moments here. Have a sip of water. Just find your Tadasana. We're going to inhale to rise. Exhale, let's fold forward from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let's step it back into plank pose. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, lower it down, hug the elbows in towards the body. Let's open the heart. Downward facing dog. We're going to inhale that left leg in the air this time. As you exhale, let's bend that left knee, bring the left foot behind the left hand this time, and let's come up into warrior one on the other side. Take the palms to face the body, and let's take a little back bend as we reverse that warrior. Let's come back up. Straighten that front knee. Let's take the hands behind us. You can do reverse prayer or opposite elbows. Open the chest, and let's come forward into humble warrior. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, let's release the hands, slowly bending into that left knee. Let's bring that right knee down, stabilize that left shoulder as we twist over to the left. We're almost there, guys. I'm just keeping an eye on the time. I know we started about 3 minutes late, so we've got about 4 minutes, 3-4 minutes to go. Let's take a nice deep inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale to release. Let's frame that front foot. Let's shoot that left leg up in the air. Option 2, stack the left hip over right. Option 2, wild one. It's your choice. And when you're ready, let's all meet back in downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to gaze between the hands. Step or walk, feet to hands. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale to release. Just shake everything out. Let's bring the feet mat distance apart. And I want you to bring the arms out in front of you as we slowly start bringing the bum towards the mat. So just come into your squat. Don't worry if you fall out of it, that's fine. You can stay here, or you can have a go at crow pose. So hands in front of you, come onto the balls of the feet and slot the knees in towards the triceps and have a little go at taking one foot off at a time. When you're ready, just slowly bring your bum to the mat. Bring the legs straight out in front of us. Hands by the side. Flex the feet. Inhale as we lift and lengthen. Coming into Dandasana. Nice deep inhale. Exhale to release. I want you to take the hands a little bit further behind you and lift the bum up as you come into your reverse plank. Let the head drop behind you. Nice deep inhale. On the next inhale, I want you to lift the head, tuck the chin in as we slowly bring the bum to the mat. And we're going to come into our final Shavasana. So you can come onto the forearms, breathe a little bit of space into the upper body, and then slowly bring yourself all the way down to the mat. So we'll be here for about a minute or so. When you're ready, let's start deepening the breath. Let's slowly start wriggling the fingers and the toes. Just bring the knees into the chest. Nice squeeze. Give yourself a hug. And in your own time, let's all meet in a cross-legged position so you can roll out or rock up and down. Just take a few breaths if you need to get there. We're going to keep the eyes closed and the face soft. Let's bring the hands to heart center. We're going to end today's practice with our 3 clearing breaths. And slowly bringing the thumbs up to the third eye. I want to thank you for joining me in today's practice. I want to thank you all for coming with me on this journey over the last few months. And just a little bit of advice for myself more than anything in this pop-up world of notifications and emails and to-dos. It can wait. The inner light in me will always honor the inner light in you. Thank you so much for today's practice.
Thanks, Shabnam.
Thanks very much, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
See you soon. Take care.